Ketchup experiments, the experiments that teach you about carbohydrates and carbohydrase and viscosity and other groovy stuff. It's science experiments you can do in your kitchen. Get an adult, get your mum, get your dad, get somebody to help you with these experiments. On the side of cheap ketchup bottles, find the ingredients. Ingredients is how to say ingredients. Ingredients are listed from most to least. Yeah, so the first word after ingredients, ... is going to be the thing there's most of. Usually it's water or air. No, they don't put air. They don't have to put air. There's lots of air in lots of food like crisps and marshmallows. The first ingredient is water. Oh yeah, in ketchup, cheap ones. Ingredient. About 70% of the ketchup is water because tap water is cheap. Food companies want to make money, so they sell things for most expensive as they can, using the cheapest ingredients they can. The second ingredient, 20%, is tomatoes or tomato sauce for flavour. Tomato. It's a weird word. It's just got an O at the end. Flavour is spelt Flavor in the USA. For those people in America, that's the spelling. Ketchup is thick and slow moving. This is called viscous. Some liquids are viscous like honey and ketchup and crude oil. Viscous is how to spell viscous. Yeah, thick, slow moving. Water is thin and fast moving. It's very low viscosity. To make the ketchup viscous, the factories add starch. Starch. Viscous. Yes. They want ketchup to be thick. They don't have to be thick ketchup, but they want it to be thick because that's what people expect from ketchup. They like it more. A cheap source of starch is corn syrup. Yet corn in England, it's like yellow stuff, starch. Corn on the cob is what it's called in England. Corn syrup is made from yellow corn called maize. In England we call it maize. In America it's just called It's just called corn. The English have lots of different grass seeds called corn. Anyway, to make the ketchup viscous, the factory adds corn syrup or xanthan gum. Xanthan gum. Xanthan, what a wonderful spelling for a word. Corn viscose. Syrup. Expensive ketchup is made from just tomatoes. Expensive ketchup has tomatoes as the main ingredient. Tomatoes, toes, like on your feet is you've got toes. Tomatoes contain viscous starch. You can make ketchup just from tomatoes, but cheap ketchup is made the cheap way. Take the top off a full glass bottle of ketchup. Yes, it has to be a glass bottle, otherwise the experiments don't work. Plastic bottles don't have difficulty getting things out. You just squeeze a plastic bottle. Glass bottles take these techniques. Point the ketchup at a plastic bowl in the kitchen sink for 20 seconds. The ketchup. Yeah, every experiment should be 20 seconds to make them fair, so you can compare them for comparison. This is the control comparison experiment. Every experiment should have a control, one where, well, you just point. You don't do anything special. Viscous. Second, so the ketchup should be so viscous that it does not come out. Usually, the ones I've done don't come out in 20 seconds. Put the top on and leave the ketchup to stand for 5 minutes. You do this so that it's back to where it started. Oh, you should top the ketchup up and then put the top on. You want to have it exactly the same at the beginning of each experiment. To let the ketchup settle. The ketchup should be the same at the beginning of each experiment. Hey, to keep the experiments fair. Without starch or xanthan gum, ketchup would pour like water. Xanthan gum. Both starch and xanthan gum have atoms linked together in hexagonal shapes. Yeah, the atoms get together in hexagonal shapes to make the compound called starch and xanthan gum. Each hexagon is made of 5 carbon atoms and 1 oxygen hexagon, and 5 carbons and 1 oxygen atom. Oxygen, yeah, the stuff in the air that you breathe. Bonded to the sides of the carbon atoms are atoms of hydrogen. Hydrogen, yeah, hydrogen, H2O. H in hydrogen, H2O, the H in H2O. Starch has between 300 and 600 hexagons joined in long lines that look like chains. Yeah, if it was only 100, it wouldn't be viscous enough. Starch. Starch is one of the main chemicals in food. It's in potatoes and rice and bread, pasta, all those things. Atoms joined together are called molecules. Molecules. Oh, I don't think I need that hyphen in there. Molecules. Good. Atoms. Yeah, 5 atoms of carbon, 1 atom of oxygen, bunch of hydrogens, and that gives you that hexagon that link up in to make chains. Carbon and oxygen molecular hexagons bond to hydrogen atoms are called carbohydrates. Carbo for carbon. ATE always means there's oxygen there. And hydr for hydrogen. Carbohydrates. 8, like the number 8. Oxygen with a G. Excellent. Next experiment, take the top off a full bottle of ketchup. Point the ketchup at a plastic bowl in the kitchen sink and hit the base of the bottle with your hand. Some people like this technique. It's not the best one, but this is why they experiment. Hitting the bottle shakes the starch molecules apart. But hitting the base pushes the ketchup into the bottle due to momentum. Oh, physics, momentum. Hitting. The ketchup's momentum makes it stay where it is as you hit the glass bottle down. You're pushing the glass bottle into the ketchup, putting the ketchup in momentum. You're pushing them together. This is called momentum. Results. Ketchup came out after hitting for how many seconds did it take until the ketchup came out? Your mouth makes carbohydrates. This is digestion. You have to digest bread and rice and pasta using your carbohydrates to digest the carbohydrates. The carbohydrase is the enzyme chemical that your body makes. Breaks the 600 carbohydrate hexagons into sugars, snapping all those hexagons apart. The sugar you put in tea is 2 hexagons bonded together. One type of single hexagon sugar is called glucose. Yeah, the one, there's also fructose in fruit. Oh, here it comes. Another arrangement of the atoms in a hexagon sugar is called fructose. Fructose is the sugar in fruit. One glucose bonded to one fructose makes a sucrose molecule. Sucrose is what you put in your tea. It's the white stuff you put in the tea. It's that kind of sugar. There's lots of kinds of sugar. Sucrose is the sugar you put in your tea. Sucrose is also brown sugar. It's just got the brown colour with it. The experiment might cause splashing. This experiment might cause splashing. So get an adult to do it first. Take the top off a full bottle of ketchup. Here we go. Gotta have the same start conditions to make the experiments fair. Using your left hand, point the full glass bottle of ketchup at a plastic bowl in the kitchen sink, same as you did before. Jerk the bowl up. Oh yeah, this is the really splashy one. Get an adult to do this because it makes the kitchen messy. Ketchup everywhere. Jerk the bottle up by hitting your left lower arm with your right hand. The ketchup's momentum. Oh, so you're holding on to the ketchup with this hand. And then this hand goes bang, pushing the ketchup, bang, and the momentum. Now the red ketchup just comes out. Not many people do it this way because of the mess, but it is very fast way of getting ketchup out. The ketchup's momentum keeps the ketchup stationary as you jerk the bottle up. Results: ketchup came out after hitting up for how many seconds? Whoop! Mostly 1 second, but you know, try it yourself. A heavy liquid has more momentum. Momentum, keeping something at the same speed is called inertia. Yeah, anything momentum is also inertia. You will need for this experiment glass bottle of ketchup. 2 glass bottles. 2. If water is first on the list of ingredients, R-E-D, ingredients, then the processed food is more water than anything else. Okay, that does make sense. Starch is added to ketchup to make it thick and viscous. Starch. Viscous. Carbon, oxygen and hydrogen are bonded together in hex. Oh, it doesn't have to be a capital. That should not. No, should that one? Not capital. Carbon, oxygen, Y-E-G-E-N. Oxygen, hydrogen, G-E-N. Are bonded together in hexagonal molecules to make hexagonal molecules to make sugars and starches called carbohydrates. Starches is kind of the old-fashioned way of saying carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is the new word. Carbo for carbon. Hydrates. Sugars are 1 or 2 hexagons. Starches are 300 to 600 hexagons. Hexagons. It's an A, Gary. Your mouth's saliva contains digestive enzymes called carbohydrase. Oh, I think I should have saliva, because I don't think I actually did that in. Yes, I like people to know how to say new words, especially if they're not watching my video, because sometimes they don't know. Heavy things have more momentum, and more inertia, so they will not speed up or slow down as easily. Heavy. Good. Phew. That's the first 3 ketchup experiments. My name's Gary Stevens. I call myself Good Luck Gary. I tutor in Hong Kong. If you live in Hong Kong and you want a tutor, I'm quite expensive, but there are other ones. I come to the home, that's why I'm a home tutor. Your mum can ring me 980-68342 if you need a tutor to help with your maths or science.